You're standing at the airport gate, watching boarding begin. You're over 60. You arrive early. You follow the rules. You assume the system will guide you if you need help. But nothing happens. No announcement. No staff member approaches you. No explanation of what you're entitled to or what you might quietly lose by staying silent. Around you, younger passengers move forward. Some board earlier. Some get help with bags. Some are rebooked quickly when things go wrong. You tell yourself, if there were special benefits for older travelers, airlines would clearly explain them. That belief is exactly where the system works against you, because after 60, airlines don't remove benefits. They simply stop offering them unless you ask, in the right way, at the right moment. In this video, you'll learn 11 airline benefits hidden from passengers over 60, why airlines never clearly explain them, and how knowing these rules changes how the entire system treats you. Airlines don't operate on automatic care. They operate on request-based systems. That means most benefits for older passengers are not displayed, announced, or proactively offered. They exist quietly inside internal policies, accessibility manuals, and agent discretion guidelines, documents passengers never see. From the airline's perspective, this system is efficient. If assistance is only provided when requested, fewer staff are deployed. Boarding moves faster. Gate areas stay quieter. Costs remain controlled. Silence, in other words, works in the airline's favor. And here's the detail many passengers over 60 don't realize. Airlines are required to make assistance available, but they are not required to tell you when or how to use it. So if you don't ask, the system assumes you don't need help. If you hesitate, the system prioritizes speed over support. If you use the wrong language, your request is treated as a preference, not a necessity. This is why two passengers of the same age, on the same flight, with the same ticket, can have completely different experiences. One moves through the airport calmly, with help appearing at the right moments. The other struggles quietly, believing that this is simply how flying feels after 60. The difference isn't luck, it's how the system is instructed to respond. Number 1. Pre-boarding, without declaring a disability. Many passengers believe pre-boarding is only for wheelchair users or visible disabilities. That's not how the system actually works. After 60, you are allowed to request extra boarding time without labeling yourself as disabled. The system responds to a specific category, passengers who require additional time to board safely. If you don't say anything, you board with your group, often after the cabin is already crowded. At that point, overhead space is limited, crew attention is reduced, and assistance becomes optional. Passengers who understand the system quietly activate pre-boarding early. They board before the rush, when crews still have time to help, and when the cabin is calm. The benefit didn't appear because they looked older. It appeared because they instructed the system correctly. Number 2. Assistance does not mean a wheelchair. Many older passengers avoid asking for help because they don't want a wheelchair. That hesitation costs them support they're already entitled to. Airlines offer non-wheelchair assistance, including guided boarding, jet bridge support, and escorted movement through crowded areas. This is designed for passengers who walk independently but benefit from pacing and direction. If you don't ask, the system records you as fully independent. If congestion increases or timing tightens, staff attention shifts away from you. Passengers who understand this don't ask for help. They request escort assistance, a specific service category staff recognize immediately. Again, the difference isn't physical ability. It's how the request is classified. Number 3. Seat adjustments for stability and access. Seat changes are often denied at booking, but quietly approved at the gate. Why? Because gate agents manage real-time cabin balance, not just seat assignments. After 60, requests related to stability, aisle access, or restroom proximity are often approved when phrased correctly. If you ask late, after boarding fills the aisle, options disappear. If you ask early, before boarding begins, agents still have flexibility. Passengers who don't know this stay silent, assuming nothing can be changed. Passengers who do know understand that the system opens, briefly, at the gate. The seat didn't become available by chance. It became available because the request arrived at the right moment. Number 4. Carry-on handling. But only at the right time. Many older passengers assume cabin crew are not allowed to help with carry-on bags. That's only half true. Crew assistance is permitted before the cabin becomes congested. Once boarding is nearly complete, safety rules and time pressure change what staff can do. If you board late, you're often told, please stow your bag yourself. Not because they don't want to help, but because the system no longer allows it. Passengers who understand this activate early boarding and receive help while the aisle is still clear and attention is available. The bag didn't become lighter. The timing simply changed how the system responded. Number 5. Quiet or low stimulation security processing. Some airports operate quieter, slower-paced security lanes designed for passengers who need more time, including older travelers. These lanes are rarely labeled, they're not advertised, and they're almost never mentioned unless you ask. If you move through standard security, the system prioritizes speed. If you hesitate, remove items slowly, or need clarification, you're flagged for secondary screening instead of redirected. Passengers who understand the system ask to speak with a checkpoint supervisor and request additional time processing. That simple action can redirect you away from the most stressful part of the airport experience. The system isn't punishing slowness. It's responding to uncommunicated needs. Number 6. Protection for tight connections. After 60, walking speed and terminal distance matter, but airline systems don't automatically account for that. If your reservation does not include an assistance note, missing a connection is recorded as a personal delay. Rebooking becomes discretionary, but when assistance is documented, missed connections caused by distance or pacing are treated differently. Rebooking is faster, fees are often waived, and staff are empowered to act. Passengers who don't know this blame themselves. Passengers who do know understand that the system only protects what it's been told to protect. The connection wasn't impossible, it just wasn't flagged. Number 7. Discretionary fee. Waivers during disruptions. Many older passengers assume fees are fixed, change fees, same-day rebooking fees, standby charges. But during delays, cancellations, or missed connections, these fees often become discretionary, especially for passengers over 60. Here's the catch. If the disruption is logged as a standard passenger issue, fees apply automatically. If it's logged as an age-related accommodation issue, agents are allowed to waive them. Passengers who don't know this accept the charge quietly. Passengers who do know ensure the situation is documented correctly before rebooking begins. The fee wasn't unavoidable. It was simply never challenged by the system. Number 8. Gate-held carry-on protection. At crowded gates, older passengers are often the first to worry about forced bag checks. Once a carry-on is tagged, the system treats it as final. No reversal, no exceptions. But before tagging begins, gate agents can protect carry-on placement for older passengers, especially when early boarding or assistance is noted on the reservation. Passengers who stay silent lose overhead access. Passengers who speak early preserve it. The system doesn't negotiate after the tag is printed. It only responds before the decision is locked. Number 9. Priority rebooking. When flights go wrong. During mass delays, airline systems don't rebook passengers randomly. They follow priority tiers: fare class, loyalty status, assistance flags. Passengers with documented assistance needs are often rebooked earlier, sometimes hours ahead of others on the same flight. 2 passengers, same age, same disruption. One is already rebooked, the other is still waiting in line. The difference isn't favoritism. It's how the system sorted them seconds after the cancellation posted. The system didn't move faster for them. It simply moved them forward in the queue. Number 10. Medication, meals, and timing. Exceptions. Many older passengers assume in-flight service is fixed. Meals arrive when they arrive. Medication stays with you. Timing cannot change. That's not entirely true. Cabin crews are allowed limited flexibility for older passengers, including assistance with medication storage, adjusted meal timing, or pacing service more slowly, but only if they're informed early. If you stay silent, the system delivers standard service. If you mention age-related needs before service begins, crew can quietly adapt without disruption. Passengers who don't know this struggle in silence. Passengers who do know understand that early communication changes how the cabin operates around them. The service didn't improve because the crew noticed. It improved because the system was told in advance. Number 11. Arrival assistance. when you need it. Most passengers think assistance ends once the plane lands. That's when many older travelers need it the most. After arrival, airlines can provide help exiting the aircraft, navigating long terminals, and reaching baggage claim or connections, even if you didn't need assistance during boarding. But here's the detail that surprises most people. If assistance wasn't requested earlier, staff availability after landing is limited. If it was noted in advance, help is already scheduled. Passengers who don't know this struggle through the longest walk of the journey. Passengers who do step off the plane, knowing someone is already waiting. The system didn't suddenly become kinder at the end. It simply followed instructions that were entered earlier. 2 passengers, same age, same ticket, same flight. One says nothing. You wait to board. You move when you're told. You struggle slightly with your bag, but don't ask for help. When the connection is tight, you walk faster than you should. When the flight is delayed, you stand in line and accept whatever solution appears in front of you. The system records you as a standard passenger. Nothing goes wrong enough to trigger protection, but nothing goes right either. The other passenger makes a few quiet requests early. They ask for extra boarding time. Their reservation is noted. Assistance appears without drama. When disruption happens, rebooking is faster. Fees disappear. Help shows up at the exact moments it's needed most. The difference isn't confidence. It isn't entitlement. It isn't luck. It's classification. Airline systems don't respond to age alone. They respond to flags, notes, and timing. If you don't instruct the system, it treats you as invisible. Not unfairly, efficiently. That's why so many passengers over 60 leave airports exhausted, frustrated, and convinced that flying has simply become harder with age. In reality, the system didn't change. You were just never shown how to use it. Knowing the benefits isn't enough. What matters is how and when you activate them. Airline systems don't respond to emotion. They respond to clear instructions. Here's the sequence that works. When to ask: at booking, if possible, at check-in, or at the gate before boarding begins. Once boarding is underway, options narrow quickly. WHO to speak to, check-in agent, gate agent, security checkpoint supervisor, not line staff, not flight attendants yet. What to say: short, calm, specific. I require extra time to board safely. I'm requesting assistance due to age-related travel needs. Could you please note assistance on my reservation? That last sentence is critical. Once assistance is noted, the system changes how it treats you. Boarding order, seating flexibility, rebooking priority, and crew awareness all shift quietly in your favor. What to avoid: long explanations, apologies, emotional appeals. This is not a request for kindness. It's an instruction the system already understands. Passengers who learn this don't argue. They don't rush. They don't struggle in silence. They move through the airport with the system, not against it. These benefits aren't special favors. They aren't loopholes. And they aren't reserved for experienced travelers. They are built-in protections that already exist, quietly waiting for activation. After 60, the biggest risk in air travel isn't flying itself. It's assuming the system will automatically take care of you. It won't. But once you understand how airline systems listen, prioritize, and respond, everything changes. You stop rushing, you stop guessing, and you stop paying unnecessary costs, physical or financial. If this helped you, share it with someone you care about. If you've experienced a moment where the system suddenly worked for you, leave a comment below. Subscribe, because in modern air travel, knowledge isn't optional, it's protection.